This episode is brought to you by Kohath the Paladin Jellyfish Plush. Use the coupon code LCCGAME for 10% off your total order at LoadingCrewCrafts.com.
Now that you guys have closed the wormhole and the beast ball disappears into your PC, you are approached by the leader of the village, whose name is Kiiza, and you can tell she has some kind of mysterious power, and she helped you guys close the wormhole, and she gives you a bow and says, "Thank you all for helping our village. We could not have done this without you, especially not permanently solving the issue. Thanks to you guys, our village can now live in peace without any more trouble from these ultra beast creatures. I would like to thank you." She gives you a deep bow and sends you guys $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency?
We could use that to buy the dolls.
Yep. Okay, so essentially you don't really need to mark this anywhere, but cryptocurrency is basically untraceable money. So that's how they...
Oh, like Bitcoin?
Yes. It's basically... They basically send you like half a Bitcoin.
Nice. Let's get ice cream.
Sure, we can get ice cream and we can also buy the dolls.
I'm gonna heal Jade up first, and then we should get her some ice cream because ice cream makes things better.
I appreciate the gesture, but I am fine. Thank you.
I guess I'll ask. I'm sorry. Is she a princess?
She is sorta. You're not. It never was quite clear what she was. You could sense she had a powerful like mystical aura, but otherwise you weren't sure.
Okay. Was she aware of who Team Vision was just now, or not really?
Not really. She recognized when they appeared. A bunch of them were older than they looked. Like they looked like older villagers. So, like, for example, like, one little boy over there was one of the ninja all grown up.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah, I remember that.
Time is weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, they kind of could tell that they were from the future, and between you guys talking to them and other things, they kind of put two and two together. So, what is it you wanted to ask her?
Nah, I just wanted to know if she knew them, but it seems like everything's futuristic and whatnot, so...
She goes, well, yes, I mean, if they were from the future, I'm sure I've known them there, but time doesn't quite work that way in our particular multiverse. If they were the same people, they're from an entirely different timeline, not this particular future. She just shrugs and says, sorta.
Okay.
She seems to have a good sense of humor about it, and she walks over to Jade and asks, "Are you okay?"
I'm a little mad, a little worse for the wear, but I think I'm all right.
She says, "I'm sorry about, you had your valuable item taken. Here, I'd like to make it up to you guys." And she pulls out a vial and a piece of her hair, and then puts it into the vial, and it immediately transforms into water.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
You now have mystic water.
Oh, okay, I thought she was going to drink it for a second. Like, drink this.
Have my power, Midoriya.
That's what I thought it was. Okay, mystic water's cool.
Mm-hmm. And she also comes over and she shakes Scarlet's hand. And she extends the hand to Scarlet. Scarlet can choose to take it or not.
Yeah, Scarlet shakes her hand. She's shy about it, but she does it.
When you take her hand, you feel a surge of power flow into you, and you're now channeled to something. She just gives you a wink, and then moves to Luna.
What am I channeled to? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Lavi's kind of just doing that thing where he kind of, where like you rock on your feet and kind of going... being just totally ignored.
All right.
Actually, yeah, go on. Carry on.
No, it's okay. I'll get to you. Don't worry.
No, I'm joking.
All right, fine. You know what? I'll go to you. You know what? She goes to Lavi. She gives you a polite bow and says, "I have no direct gift for you, but I can teach you my technique."
Wait a minute. Oh, technique? I like new techniques. Technique.
She assumes a small fighting stance, and her hands turn to ice. And she says, "Meet me in the dojo later, and I can show you some powerful moves."
Yeah.
She wants the D.
And then finally she goes over to Luna and offers her handshake.
That's all you get.
But then, like, they sort of
Go
clasp.
with that. I'm not a baby about it. Shake hands.
Alright. When you separate, you feel your charms get slightly heavier.
Ooh.
Oh, she's giving us ups. Power's all up.
She then goes ahead and she says, "Meet me in the dojo later this evening. Perhaps you can make use of your Bitcoin." And she walks back to the temple.
What new charm did you get? Because that'll be what Scarlet's channel too. Maybe. I don't know. What did you get?
Do I know what I get?
Yes, Luna, you now have a Suicune charm.
Ah, sweet.
I love Suicune.
We didn't even get to see.
Oh my
Suicune.
gosh.
I want a Suicune. I want to find him.
I'm going to do this now, while we're sort of Lavi is going to work out.
Very well.
So I take minus 25, and that takes half an hour.
Alright, so while you're just doing squats in the middle of town, all the other villagers start crowding around you guys and congratulating, like, you know, thanking you, congratulating you. They give you offerings of food.
Yay, a feast.
Yeah, food and other small gifts like little knickknacks, homemade toys, that sort of thing.
Oh, toys, cute.
As an additional thank you, they also give you guys collectively 3,000 actual dollars.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
Okay.
This is all the money we have. Give me.
And then you...
kids through college, but this is a much better use.
Yeah, that's it, essentially. On top of that...
Okay.
And, oh, right, they provision you for the next month, between all the food that they're giving you.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
great.
Foodies.
Goody goody.
Alright, so there is a great big celebration being held in town now that everyone's kind of calmed down and stuff. The celebration continues in town for a couple of hours. You have this time to mingle among the crowd if you feel like there's anyone you could talk to or any role-playing opportunities you can have, or you can go shopping for whatever.
I want to buy those dolls that give you the Pikachu. Do anything, mulligan.
No, it's once a day. Is it? We get a nat 20, but like we don't get.
Yeah, you don't
If
get a
it's-
crit, essentially, yeah.
We don't get a crit, but we get a 20.
Yes, you can basically trade in your Bitcoin for that doll set.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, that's good. That.
Now, the lady...
So essentially, if we were to roll something and it fails, we can then go right. I'll change that to a nat 20, and then that's the one.
I'll call them mulligan dolls.
Basically, that's what they are.
Weren't they
That's a good
called
name.
something along those lines though?
They are actually... They're actually called princess dolls.
Yeah, they're like in the Princess Festival in the anime.
Yeah. Okay.
When
Okay.
That's-
Just
when you
me, I
approach
guess.
when you approach the lady to buy them, she is just ecstatic and says, "Thank you for purchasing." Now, I have it is quite a large collection, and she pulls out like several different cases of dolls and just stacks them one on top of the other. It's about 5 or 6 large. It's 6 large boxes, including the stands that they go on. She says, "I can have them shipped to a home, but and the blessing will stay with you. You just gotta tell me where to send them."
Do we have houses?
Seeing as
I have parents.
I do too, but so it's a
Send
I
them-
don't know if my sister would be happy with me just sending her a shitload of dolls for no
Send-
reason.
Yeah, we could send them to my parents' house in Owen.
Send them to 101 Tyrant Mountains.
Don't send them to the mountains.
they could go.
That's
to,
where I live.
They could go to Scarlet.
Yeah, the Pokemon will eat
Oh,
them
they
or
go
something.
they could have Jade's parents, or they could go to Scarlet's church where she was raised.
Yeah.
Sure, do that.
So, are you sending them to Jade's parents or the Scarlet's church?
Mm.
Jade's parents. I choose. Since no one can make a decision, I use my commander ability.
Okay.
Lavi's gonna carry them everywhere.
Nobody was making a decision.
Well, my parents wouldn't, do anything to him either, because, like, yeah, I could just send him a letter and stuff. And
The commander role suits you, Corinne. Let's just...
They wouldn't care either.
All right, you trade in your Bitcoin successfully, and they're on their way. She will get them shipped out one way or another.
Yay! Would anybody else like to do anything else in this town?
Well, I kind of want to try and talk to Suicune.
No,
Oh, I don't know if I can summon him since I just summoned Xerneas
I
before.
know, but I'm channeled to him, so.
are you
I
channeled?
mean, you could go to sleep and maybe visit him in Dream World or something.
Are you actually channeled to Suicune?
Yeah, he said I'm channeled to him, so that means that
okay.
he's nearby. He has to be within a certain radius, so.
I'm dancing.
That's funky. Is there a way that I can talk to him?
Yeah, you can just send out a message right now, I think. I think that's how that works.
Use mind text.
Mind text. Lol, how be you?
Wait, so Scarlet could just scream out a Pokemon's name in her mind and it will come?
Not really. She's just currently channeled to it.
Okay.
And you hear a familiar voice. Hi, I'm kind of busy. I told you to meet me at the dojo later.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Lavi's coming.
Oh, I thought that was Suicune saying that.
That was?
Let's go to the dojo.
Oh, Suicune's hanging out in the dojo. Okay.
Yeah, she's Suicune. Anyway, yeah, let's go.
Well, we all know it's a she. Most legendaries are kind of its.
She's dressed like a she.
All right.
I would like to see.
Are you assuming not to know its gender?
Oh, please.
Considering there's not that many of them that can actually breed, then yeah, it doesn't really have a gender.
Oh, we all going? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you all walk in, and Kiiza is there to greet you, and she goes, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to my gym. And here we use to train the ninjas. Would you like to see some of our facilities?
Yeah.
Since you're now our allies, you are free to use them whenever you want."
Nice. I like the island.
Yeah, I like the little beach area over there.
Oh yes, there we train people to their mystical senses by putting them in the most extreme of conditions. She comes over and adjusts a thermostat, and in there, like, the intensity from the lights turns up. She flicks the switches for a bit, and the artificial stuff inside starts swirling, and she made a storm in a matter of seconds.
Ooh.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
Up here, she walks up here. Up here is combat training. Here, we can train people how to use their hand-to-hand skills most effectively. In popular culture, they call it taijutsu. We just call it hand-to-hand combat.
Lavi's eyes go all like big and puddly, you know, and like they say when they just sort of see something they really like. He's like, oh.
She says, over here, we've got our sparring match. Or sparring mat, excuse me. And then over here we have our strength training area where you can work out to your heart's content.
Oh.
And then down here, of course, is our schooling, because no training is complete without training the mind.
Indeed.
I'm afraid I don't get the joke.
No, but it isn't a joke. They just both said indeed at the same time.
Oh, I thought the joke was because I'm the stupidest character here. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
No, I said indeed as well.
Holds a book upside down.
Lavi doesn't even look towards the learning room. He's just fixated on the gym area here.
She says, well, part of... And she kind of, like, pulls you back a little bit. And she says, well, part of being a well-rounded fighter is learning to exercise all of your muscles, not just the outer ones. And she chuckles and just pats you on the shoulder real easy.
In other words, Lavi, you're stupid.
She giggles and says, your words.
Lavi's not stupid, he's just very brash.
You have to train your mind as well as the body, you stupid Pikachu! Like, she says it all calmly and, like, really nice, like...
She looks at Lavi and says, do they always talk to you like this?
Lavi just sort of...
Scarlet totally didn't actually say that.
Only when he deserves it.
His head just sort of drops down and he goes...
I do it all the time.
And just sort of nods.
I don't. Scarlet doesn't. I was joking.
Well, either way, she walks up and gets on the sparring floor and carefully takes her sandals off and walks up here and says, would you like to learn how to use some techniques?
Yeah.
I will teach you the ways of the water dance.
Lavi will also take his shoes off in similar fashion.
Can you sit Scarlet, like, at the side on one of those benches? She's just gonna watch.
She looks over and says, very well. And she assumes a fighting stance, very soft one with her hands down and her hair flaring, and says, you start.
Ooh.
Okay, Lavi is gonna take up his posture of his fighting stance. He's just gonna examine her posture very intently, because the way he learned was by watching how the dragons fight and incorporating their movements into his own style.
She's got a very calm position. Her back is arched really far. Her hands are at a knife, like, knife hand, and they're just kind of out in front of her, almost scyther-like.
Oh, okay.
But rather than stiff and pointy, they're just kind of curved and rested.
What about her, like, feet, like, her footing?
It's a front stance. It's a very simple front stance, but she's leaned very far back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a defensive stance.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lavi is gonna just go for a basic attack. He's gonna rush in, and he's just gonna try and sort of grab her gi and sort of flip her over.
I want Doro to watch this.
Good idea.
So do I need to roll a struggle for that, or?
Yeah, roll struggle. Okay. She responds in kind with a straight-up counter. She grabs your hands quick as lightning and then flips you over her back right onto the floor for 80 damage.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yes, that's like, oh. Ooh.
Okay, Lavi's gonna hop up, and he's gonna rush towards her, but then he's gonna look at the foot where she's putting most of the weight to lean back, and then he's gonna kind of dart to the side, slide, and try and sweep at that leg.
Okay, roll a struggle again. I'll give you a slight bonus. Pretty good, but her speed is actually so high that when you catch her like that, you do flip her leg out, but she just goes into a split, grabs the other leg that's firmly planted on the ground, and pulls it out from under you, making you land on your face again.
Ah.
Damn, I wish I was that flexible.
Larry kind of does like a little breakdancey spin and hops back up with a bit of a smile on his face.
She kind of pulls herself up with her left leg back to a standing position and switches hands.
Okie dokie. Okay. Lavi, so he tried his frontal assault and he got found. He tried to go for the legs. Lavi's now going to try one more attack. He's going to run up. He's going to leap into the air and flip over her, and he's going to try and put his hands on her shoulder and sort of spin her around and then do another flip and try and flip her again.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I see what you're doing. One more. Nice. All right, you catch her and spin her in the air. She also does like a drill spin on the other side and lands flat on her stomach, taking the full damage, but then quickly pouncing straight up to her feet again in a kip up, like a reverse kip up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then she charges forward with her hands full of ice, attempting to go for a final strike.
That's just like, ooh, clappy, clappy, clappy.
Ooh, which she does not do. You at this point have the upper hand.
Lavi now sort of... I think Lavi wants to try and do the same thing that she did to him when he tried to grab her.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try and do that back to her.
Just respond with a struggle then. You know what? That works because she's kind of switched to attack mode. You flip her over your shoulder right onto her back again, and your hand is right at her face. You got that right back. She then puts a finger to your face, like a finger to your nose, and says, "Not bad," and then hits you with a water pulse.
Yeah.
You don't take any damage, but you are now reeled backwards and confused.
Well, Lavi kind of sort of soars back.
Scarlet's still like, oh.
Like, is he actually confused and he has the status confused?
He has the status confusion.
Water pulse.
Lavi is gonna just try and...
You're confused, Lavi.
You're confused, Lavi. I don't actually do any Pokemon moves because this is just like a sparring match sort of thing, so...
I mean, she did one.
She did. She's done
That
twice,
is
two,
true.
actually.
This is true, but Lavi's still Lavi's been sort of using his aura sense as well. He knows there's more to her and that he gets the feeling she's holding back.
I said I think we could all figure that.
The girls are just sitting there. Is he just now figuring this out?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Lavi's just going to sort of clasp his hands together and just sort of bow respectably and be like, I was actually really good. I don't think I can... Because he's still trying to figure it out, I think.
He's still confused, like, whoa, my head.
She says, you did fine. She goes over, boops you on the nose again, and removes your confusion.
He